Good day, class. How are you doing? I got your question on creating windows and some other, but shortly after that I had a problem with my phone, so I'm unable to respond to the questions till now. So this short video is just for me to respond to some of the questions. So in creating a window, we establish our wall. Okay, you establish your wall. The wall is usually 225. Okay, 225. Then assuming this is the wall, okay, then I'll pick, assuming my window is starting from here, I'll put this. Okay, now from here to what is the length of my window? Now on the plan we only represent the length of the window. You cannot see the height of the window when you are working on the plan. Okay, so you only represent the length of the window, and the length determine whether it's a double size window or a single size window. Okay, take for instance, a window of 900 will be a single size window. A window of 600 will be a single size window. A window of 1.2 will be a double size window. A window of 1.5 will be a double size window. Okay, so depending on the length, 600, 900 are usually single, while 1, 2 and above are usually double. Okay, so now if this is 1.2, I will offset it by 1.2 now. Okay, and I'll have this. Now since you're working with a pencil work, okay, you don't need to clean this line. You can let this line remain. Okay, now you pick this line again. Okay, this line has to be double line, so I will do this thing. 25 or 50 mm will be okay. Okay, this is even too much already, so I'll use 25 mm. I'll set 25 mm. So I'll have this, I'll have this. Now this is, you just draw two lines. You just need two lines here at this point, just two double lines at this point. Then offset 750, sorry, 75. Okay, we have this like this, and then you have something like this. This is your window. This is your window. Let me change the color so that we can identify the difference. Okay, let's have this like this. Now this is our window. Now if it's AutoCAD work, I will take away this. I'll take away this and make it and have something like this. Okay, and have something like this. So basically this is how to create a window. Now if you look here now, okay, this shows that this window is double. This is one, this is another. Why this shows that this window is single? Okay, that is basically what it is. Okay, from the specification given, okay, this is from here to here and from here to here. From here to here is 600, from here to here is 600, or from here to here is 750, from here to here is 750, or you see a situation where from here to here is 800, from here to here is 800, making it a total of either 1215 or 18. Meanwhile, this is just a single opening. Okay, so you can take time. Okay, look at the window in your restroom. Okay, in your window in your convenience, that is your toilet and bath, and then look at the windows to your living room. Okay, study the difference. That is basically what it is. Okay, so this is how to create a window. So how to create a window. Now this, what is here, is represent the frame. Okay, this frame can be wood, it can be wooden frame, it can be metal, it can be aluminium or other materials. Okay, this represents the frame, the wooden frame. The frame. It can be wooden, it can be metal frame, it can be other materials. Okay, so this is how to create a window. So permit me to also do a roof. Okay, the dimensions, I know you know how to dimension, so we are going to come back to that later, but let's do the roof of this house. Now basically, when we're designing the roof, we pick only the external wall. Okay, we pick the external wall for the roof. We don't pick the internal walls. We only need the external wall. So I will use my polyline and pick the edges of this work, this to this point, to this point, pick this point, and then close it up. Okay, so we have this. I will move this now. Move this. Oh, sorry. I'll move it from here. Okay, I'll move it and then drop it here. Now we also show in the roof, we also show thickness of wall. So I'm going to show the thickness of wall by offsetting it by 225. Now have this. Now this Now this is the external wall. Okay, now this is why we say all external wall are load bearing. This is where the roof will rest on. It is on this external wall the roof will rest on. Now we have what we call the overhang, or overhang in a roof, or what we call the eave, the roof eave. Okay, by the time we go into detail of it, you will understand it better. So the overhang is 600, 900, 1, 2. For the purpose of this class, we'll be using 900. So I'm going to offset again by 900. We'll set by 900. Okay, 900. Then I'll make this stick. Okay, and then since we are not seeing this, as usual, we make it a dotted line. Okay, good. Let me make it something that we can see. It's not showing, but it's dotted already. Okay, though it's not showing, but it's dotted. Now, I haven't done this. The next thing is, in designing roof, we use for convenience, we use angle 30 degree or 45 degree. Okay, either 30 degree or 45 degree, but for the purpose of our classes, we will be using 45 degrees. 45 degrees. You can use any other, but for the basics and for now, we'll be using 45. Okay, so I'll pick this, I'll pick a line here. If I draw a line from here to this point, okay, it will be at 45 degree. I'll do the same thing here to be at 45. I'll do the same thing here to be at 45. I'll do the same thing here. All this will be at 45. Okay, now if I project this and this to meet at a point, okay, I will have this line. This, I can extend this until it meets with this. I'm using my fillet. Okay, now at this point I will project a line at 45 as well. So I'm going to copy this. I will copy this. Okay, at 45. Then project this to meet this. I will have something like this. I can project this as well to meet this. I will have something like this. And the next thing is I will draw this line. Now, as it is now, I have my roof. Okay, I have my roof. This is my roof. This means that, okay, this will fall this way, this will fall this way, okay, this part will fall this way, this will fall this way, this part will fall this way, this part will fall this way. Okay, so this fall like this fall to this fall to this fall to this. Now here is a gutter. Here, this fall to this gutter, this fall to this gutter, and then channel down. Okay, now if you have this kind of this thing in your house, you can look at it very well. Okay, it will help to explain this. This fall like this to this gutter, this fall to this gutter, and then channel down. Okay, so this is how the fall is. Now in roof, you know, we have the ridge cap in the roof. Okay, by the time we cut a section through this roof, you understand all I'm saying, and by the time we go into that detail, we'll be explaining everything. Okay, well, basically this is how the roof is produced. Now the next thing is to create the ridge. We have the ridge and the valley. Okay, at this ridge you always have 3 lines here. Okay, 3 lines. Okay, when we're cutting section, I will explain why it's 3 lines. Here we do have 3 lines as well, but the middle line is always dotted. The middle line is always dotted. So this line will come in a thick line. Let's say this, and then we can use a now you have this like this, and then at the edge you have these angles. This will meet at this point, this and this will meet here, this meet. Okay, all these edges, this you do that for all other edges. Okay, and then you have your roof like this. If I expand it, you see the line, but because of the screen size, sometimes it's difficult to notice it when it is like this. Okay, when it's like this, sometimes it's difficult to notice it, but one time you zoom it out, you can see this. Okay, you have something like this. Now the next thing is to hash. We always hash our roof. Okay, we always hash our roof. So okay, so I'm going to hash only one end of this, and then you can hash others in your own case. So I will go to my hash, and then I'll pick a point, and I'll say enter. Now I can edit this. I don't want a solid hash, so I'll go for something like a line. Okay, I'll go for, let me go for, let me go for something that you will be familiar with. Okay, let me go for something you'll be familiar with. Let's say 45 degree. I think this is better now. Yes, so you have something like this. Let me change the color as well, so that let me change the color to this. So at the end you hash your roof this way. Okay, if you are using a long span aluminium, this is how it looks in the hashing. But if you are using corrugated iron roofing sheet, you just lines, just something like this. Supposing I'm hashing this part now. Supposing I'm hashing here now. Okay, if you're using corrugated iron roofing sheet, you can just at an interval, okay, equal to each other, you can just draw lines. Okay, something like this. You can just something like this, and at the end you have your roof. Okay, at the end you have your roof. So the roof is done like this. Sometimes we create something like this. sometimes we create an arrow like this to indicate a direction of fall. That is, as the rain drops on the roof, where does it fall to? Okay, we create an arrow like this to indicate the direction of fall. So I will mirror this and then place it somewhere for you to see. Sometimes we have something like this. Okay, I'm going to reduce this size is much, so I'm going to reduce it. I think this is better. So you have this, okay, showing the direction of the flow of water. Okay, so then after that you do your hashing. So this is this on the roof. Now from this, after this, then we can generate our section and our elevations. But we'll do all of the elevations before we go into section, because there's much work in the section. The elevations are very they are easy, but the section has more detail work. So study this, and then if there's any other thing, any question from these two things, then we'll address it before we go into the elevation. Thank you.